staff philosophy there?
Yeah, well, it's a program philosophy. Everything we do is going to be up tempo, high energy, everything. So from the weight room to the off-season program to our early morning stuff in the off-season to practice to the summertime, it's a whole program philosophy to go at the tempo we go. It's not just that's how we practice. That's how we do everything. So the philosophy is we're going to get more reps. We're going to go as hard as we can, and we're going to build up that stamina, and that's our style of play. So you gotta teach at that pace so they can play at that pace. Yeah. So we have to be up tempo as well.
Yeah, you're up tempo, but you're still teaching within that. I mean, you guys are very hands-on instructors out there on the practice field, and just very detail-oriented. Talk about the benefits of that.
The benefits of being hands-on.
And detail-oriented like that.
I mean, I think kids need immediate instruction, right? They need it right now. Kids these days, it's like they go to the drive-thru, they get their stuff right now, right? They press play on their iPad, it's right there in their face. So, I mean, when they turn around, I'm right in their face correcting them. So we don't go the next 2 hours of practice and they do it 5 more times. So whatever I see, I see the golf swing. Whatever I see, I got to correct it right there before I get to the meeting. And then the rest of the stuff that I don't get to, we'll get to in the meeting.
With not having as many bodies as you'd like, though, how do you make sure there's not a breakdown in fundamentals with getting so many reps in and going at such a fast pace?
That's a great question, and the answer is just keep getting in better shape because there is a breakdown. Absolutely right. I mean, the end of practice, it doesn't look anything like the beginning of practice right now for us. I mean, the first 3 or 4 practices, I'll be honest, I couldn't really grade the last 3 or 4 periods of team. It was so sloppy because the fundamentals just were out of the water because they're so poorly out of shape for this system. So the faster they get in shape, the better those fundamentals start getting as we go. It's a lot better than it was day 1, 2, and 3 right now. So that's why we did team pass at the beginning of practice today, so we could see those fundamentals from the wideouts come out. Because we run more than anybody, and our fundamentals go the fastest.
You said
go way the fastest.
Was that across the board or the receiver specifically where you saw toward the end of practice?
No, that was across the board, especially at our position, but absolutely across the board. Sure.
If you're saying Tuesday that receivers needed to step up and want to see a big day from the players, how did you feel about the way they responded to that?
They responded good today. Yeah, I think we knocked a little beach off them Tuesday, knocked a little spring break out of them. But they responded well today. We have so much to improve on, but they came out. You know what? They're not resistant. That's what's good. I mean, they're diving in. And that's the best thing about them. I'm up their tail. I coach them hard. I don't let them breathe. So they came out today with a better mindset. They really want to do well. They're trying. So I can appreciate that.
You said before they left that you'd be able to tell who went on spring break and who went on spring break, and Coach Jones was really complimentary of Jason Kroom in the off time. Can you just talk about what you saw from him coming back and the improvements he was able to make even during the
Yeah, there's
time
a
off?
direct correlation to guys that really, really care and how fast guys get better. Jason really cares. He's getting better faster than some guys because his care factor is higher, his commitment level for football term. So he was in the cold tubs, he was watching film, he was running, he did all the things he needed to do to continue to not waste a week. And it showed. I came in here once to grab some of my office and the lights were off in the indoor. And Cody Blank was out here by himself, running a route, running to the other side of the field, running a route, running the other side of the field, by himself, not one person in this whole building. So those guys, they want to. They're trying. They're trying anything they can to be in better shape and to get the system.
Kind of along those same lines, Paul Harris back in '91 today. I mean, is that a work ethic issue or?
No, not a work ethic issue. It's Coach Jones trying to motivate him with some tough love, but when he doesn't play fast or play physical, he puts him in that big old jersey that makes him look slow and all that stuff. So if he wants number 1, he better play faster, better play harder.
What's kind of been his response? You guys say, hey, you got to wear 91 today. What is kind of his reaction? Is he like, come on, coach? Or is he?
He doesn't say boo. I'm telling you, he just goes, he shakes his head and goes, I got you. Again, I will say this, and this is no lie. The last 2 nights, he has shut my door and turned my lights off because I've already went home at 10:30 at night while he's in the script going over the plays, watching one-on-ones. The last 2 nights in a row. Again, here's a kid who really wants to. He should be going to the prom in a month. Instead, he's got Coach Z absolutely up his rear end every snap, so he'll be fine.
How physical are the defensive backs playing on your guys right now during practice? And is it pretty physical where they're getting a lot of contact?
The more physical we are and the more physical they are, the more physical we're going to get quicker. If one group's real physical and the other group just continues to back down, then the other group's not going to get better either. So we keep just beating the heck out of each other, getting physical, and they're doing a good job making sure that we get off the line. They're doing a good job. I mean, Coach Martinez, I've known forever. He's one of the best DB coaches in the country, and you can see it. They're getting physical. That helps us because the more physical they get, then the more physical we have to get. So it's a two-way street.
Coach, you're always pushing. That's clear. But how do you balance being patient with a young group of guys who are learning and pushing and that line of not pushing too far that they mentally break on you, so to speak?
That's
where's that line?
I go to a lot of counseling. You know what? I struggle with patience. I'm not a very patient person, but that's part of who I am, I guess. But there's a fine line. You can't beat them down so much to where they just are like, I quit. I don't even know what else to do, Coach. Every time you see something positive, you got to point it out and make a big deal about it. It's like Coach Jones always uses the terminology. You see it great. Why do people golf? Average golfers, because they hit that one shot and they're like, you know what, I think I'm pretty good at this. And they hit 90 bad ones, but they hit that one good one, it brings them back the next day. Same thing out here. I ask, what was your golf shot, man? What was that one play you had where you're like, whoa, I'm not bad? And that keeps them coming back. That's the drug that keeps them coming back.